My warning to the current Pentecostal charismatic movement, that if we continue as we have done, within 20 years, we will collapse Christianity all over Africa. We are promising to be what we are not, and we are teaching things that do not make for biblical, theological reasoning and logic.
How comes you boast of the biggest churches and we can't see you in governance? Why is a nation? Why is it that when I'm driving through potholes and yet the biggest nations are within this place? The greatest monarchs that survived and made Africa survive its era, part of those people are from Nigeria. Nigeria, why do you look like this? Give me just 1 minute. Why do you look like this, Nigeria? It's because we have taught people the faith that brings cars, not the faith that makes nations. Elazi, Andu Amenek, he varans, sket of a hamitola, megetekea, Faransizo, where is your faith, Nigeria? Faith that makes men sit and listen to a man of authority. Where is your authority? Okay, if ministry is taken away, what else do you possess in this nation? Let's take ministry away. What else do you possess? Where are our people apart from the church? Where are our people? Jesus said, occupy until I come. So when I go to government, I find a man of faith. When I go to the church, I find a man of faith. When I go to the nation, so I'm able to do national things, because a national man is standing on ground. Where is your faith? Lastly, no one introduced me to Apostle Arome. No one. I was just on social media. We had built our own TV station. We are running a TV station. Then we had finished building our auditorium. I just sent it to him and I said, sir, this is who I am, and I request that you help us and come to our nation. You don't need connections. When you are connected to Christ, everything will be connected to you. I don't need connections. If I wanted connection, you would have seen me close to my president. Then I would have taken pictures, and because I had the right, because we helped put the man in power. But when we came up, we said, this, my plan is over. And that's why I stood and I said, any man in my nation, the auditorium we built, if you have given me a shilling, any politician, now I say it in Nigeria, any president, shout now. We came up by the grace of God, that it will not be said that a man made me what I am. I came up by grace. I found faith before I found men. And I prefer to keep faith and lose men, because I know faith will give me everything I'm looking for. Faith has given me a property beyond my imagination. You know, my father died. When he died on the last day, he came to me because God told me, your father is going to die. I told my wife, come. I went and I bought a ram, because me, I did it like the Bible. I told my father, Father, cut the ram and bless your children. My father, because he didn't understand it, I knelt. I said, my brothers were drunkards. I told my wife, you come. Kneel here. I said, my father, bless us. He told me, take the liver and make it for me. When you are done, come and see me. My wife is a witness. Because some people tell lies as testimonies. Then when we come on ground, you have nothing to show. Made the liver for him, then he came and told me, please. When he ate it, he opened his chest. For the first time in my life, he tore his chest and said, the nations will hear you. Oh! When he said that, he rested. We buried him preaching the gospel. I made sure that people are born again. Ever since that day, we started seeing God come up. So even if many people try to push me down, you don't have the power. I am a blessed man. I come from the lineage where men spoke life. Then all of a sudden, I now met a senior minister. And the first thing I met him, he told me, hold Kenya. Hey! I went to God and I said, did you hear what that man said? He did not say hold Share the Love Center, my little ministry. He spoke Kenya. So I went, I said, Kenya, a prophet has said open. You don't have a choice, open.
The days of God called you from the street, you are in the pulpit the next morning, is over. So we don't go about breaking people's marriages because the Lord told us your grandmother is so and so and so and so. That's the one doing you. I see her in the spirit. Even if that is what you saw, you keep it to yourself, because you know that the impartation of that knowledge will cause more harm than good. Oh, and the public is losing confidence in men of God. If you call yourself a prophet, it's almost like a title meaning con man. How can we take such a sacred title that Isaiah had, that Jeremiah had, that Ezekiel had? We have so commoditized it because there's no regulatory body. Everybody picks titles as they want. When I was growing up, if somebody was a bishop, we believed that they were a noble person in the clergy. We have made apostle cheap. We've made prophet cheap. Then we say, bishop, now it's your turn. And we have desecrated it so that the title bishop has no nobility attached to it again. Any person with 3 lizards is a bishop.
Welcome back to the Moment of Truth and Enlightening class. You heard Mensa Otabil is one of the veteran pastors. I used to respect him until he joined himself with Nigerian pastors and they started raising money and all that. But in this video, he spoke nothing but the truth. Am I recommending him? No. But when they speak the truth like this, I will bring it to your knowledge, my people. You see what they are doing now? You see that boy that everybody is worshiping now? That one came from nowhere. And all the old prophets, the fake prophets, they are using him because this guy has the young people behind him. So they are using him, they are calling him everywhere because they need this crowd. It's all about money now. It's all about crowd. The way they are using the gospel artists that already made names. They already made their name. They are using them everywhere. You see them, they worship them. They worship them. They tell them vision. You will see that in Osai video that I posted, in what is it called, Ogule video that I posted, and many others. The way they worship all these artists and all that. They are doing that because of money, because of their crowd, because they know they have million following, and once they have them on their pulpits, their followers will be having interest in their churches and everything. Church is money, oh. They've destroyed everything, oh. Otabil is saying in 20 years, you are wasting your time. Hey, you wait. In 5 years' time, all this edifice will be empty. Will be empty. In Jesus' name, we had enough. Nobody need to go to church. All the churches I've been talking about, there are remnants. People don't know those ones as they do, as they knew all these big liars. But God is doing something. Everybody preaching money, revelation, vision, everything. See the one they brought from Kenya. See all the nonsense that one was saying. Osai is sitting down there. Esiri is sitting down there. They didn't even educate him properly. We have Christian in all the parastatal in Nigeria. All your pastors have there. In bankings, they are there. In government, they are there. That's why they are working with the government in Nigeria to make Nigeria dry, to make Nigeria cry. We just lost 50 athletes in Kaduna through accidents. Last month, we lost an evangelist. People are still crying in the same kind of Kaduna and all that. Let's hear more.
One of the first things I read, Young Minister's Handbook by Dr. Mike Murdoch, I read it about 30 years ago, was that if you can make $100 an hour, don't spend time mopping the floor for $10 an hour. Hire someone to mop the floor. Yeah, go and make $100. You can imagine if my wife, what she would like is for me to be washing plates, when I can hire someone to wash it. I mean, it's a warped interest. If you want me to be washing clothes and washing plates, I won't go out to, let me use this word for the first time, I won't go out to hustle. So you choose one. There's some intimate things like, oh, your wife wants you to drive her. Oh yeah, a driver cannot replace you. And the same goes to men. I can't eat food that somebody else cooked. In 21st century, what are you looking for? What is chasing you? What are you chasing? You know food. You go to a restaurant, do you know who cooked it? There's some traditional mindsets that you have. Instead of comparing your wife with everybody you meet, Let her be a career woman. Since you like career women, let her be a career woman. You understand what I'm saying? You want your wife to be a housewife, you pay all the bills with joy. You don't blackmail her. You don't say, you know, I'm the one working. No. Your interests are what? You want her to sit at home and you are grumbling that you're paying the bill. So, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not teaching you how to run your house, but I'm just here to let you know that don't be lazy.
Yeah, Biodun Fatoyinbo, millions are listening to his nonsense. All Nigerian pastors read televangelist, American televangelist books. That's where they get their idea from. They are not from God. They do not know the Bible. All they knew is the American preachers that teaches them how to fake miracles, how to do people. Look at Mark Murdoch. If you see him now, you feel sorry for him. You see his house, he stole from everybody. He's been everywhere in Africa. He's been to Origbo. You see him with Esther Ajayi. He's been to everywhere. He's been to with that one in Port Harcourt. He's been everywhere. Everybody quoted him. He was a good friend of Ashimolowo. But if you see him now, you feel sorry for him. He been down with heart disease. You cannot mock God. No way. All of them will pay. Up to their 4th generation, they will pay. They will pay.
I remember I was in the bus. I think maybe the bus fell break. I was crashing on something. And the only thing I could do was to hold the chair very well. I think that was the last thing I remember. I only wake up in the hospital, yeah.
50 young people lost their lives. And Nigerians, we say they are praying, no. They are praying everywhere in Nigeria. Night vigil, prayer, jumping up, making noise. Nothing is happening, my people. You have to know this guy, this God Almighty yourself. These men have brought a serious curse upon the country. God is hungry. Evil is everywhere. Evil is everywhere. Yet, they are busy talking about tithe and offering, committing more crimes on the altar, causing God to be more angrier. I've never seen a people like all these so-called pastors in Nigeria. I've never seen. Their heart is sealed. Sealed! Anyway, my people, I don't want to shout again. A lot of families are crying. People are in agony. I see you on my next video.